What's going on? How you doing? This is your boy Big Earn with earnyourfreedom.com. If you're watching me on my channel, thank you. If you're watching me on my page, welcome. Again, today I want to talk to you about how to build strength for your long journey to success. If this is your first time checking me out, give me some likes, hit that like button, or give me some hearts, give me some love. Subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube. If this is the first time you're checking me out, hit the notification bell so that you be notified every time I post new content. Again, today I want to talk to you about how to build your strength for your long journey towards your success. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but most people are not aware that you have to become weaker in order to become stronger. In other words, you have to, let's take for example, building muscles, right? Your muscle has to become weak before it becomes stronger. Now, let me explain that. Let's say you want to grow your muscle, right? You want to get them guns going. And so you have to hit the gym. You have to put some resistance on your muscle or some stress so that it can grow. So you go to the gym, you're on the bench press, you put 225 on there or 145 or whatnot. And then you're pushing the weight, you put the weight down. Visualize this, right? You're putting the weight down, you're pushing up. And after doing so many reps, you start feeling the muscle tense up and you start sweating and you feel overwhelmed, right? Basically, especially if you're just now doing this for the first time. So this process, your muscle is actually going through a process where it tears down and breaks down the muscle fiber, but not to a point where you can't lift no more, right? So let's say you just started out, you have to figure out what threshold you have as far as how much weight, right? So, but that process, your muscle tears up, which means that you have to get weaker, right? So during this process, your muscle actually starts to repair itself and reinforces itself so that it's able to carry more weight or push more weight, and you're able to grow your muscles. That's how the muscles grow. Go back to the topic of this video, how to build your strength along your journey towards your success. So for you to have success, there has to be stress. All right, there's two types of stress, good stress and bad stress. And by the way, if you like my shirt, my Super Mario shirt, give me some likes. Hit the subscribe button, all right? And hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we put something new out there, some new content. Yeah, this is, I love this shirt, man. Super Mario Brothers, I grew up with this shirt. I mean, this game, Mario. So if that's you, give me some likes, give me some hearts, put some comments below, let me know. So there's two types of stress. One is good and one is bad. The good stress, usually puts, for example, the weights, right? You put enough weight on there so that there's resistance, but you're still able to continue to push the weight. You're still able to grow because you're not putting too much weight where you're not able to move. Bad stress is where you overwhelm yourself with too much stress, too much weight, and you actually injure yourself. You're at the point where the microscopic growth of your muscle is no longer exists because it's been damaged, right? So as entrepreneurs, some of the things that we're not aware of is that, one, we need to become weaker before we can get stronger, depending on what type of stress there is. So in other words, we don't know that we must become weaker before we become stronger, depending on certain stress. That's number one. Number two is the weight of stress becomes, or like, let's say you work out and you become sore, right? This process, when you do get sore, you go through the pain of the stress, right? This becomes a deterrent that most people, or most entrepreneurs for this case, are not able to get past that. They're not able to grow. This becomes a deterrent for them to move forward or do more. Okay, so those are the two. So also, in considering what, like, personal growth, right? What are you doing for personal growth? What type of activities can you do enough stress to help you grow and help you get to your success? For example, so with me, one of my biggest hurdle or challenge was reading. I hate reading, but within the last several months, and actually a couple of years now, I've learned to embrace reading, and it's been something that's took me a long time to get used to and be something that I kind of live and breathe now. It's like everywhere I go, I take a book with me now. If not, I'm listening to audio. The first thing I do in the morning when I wake up is listen to audio. Whether it's Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Impact Theory, Tom Bilyeu, and all kinds of successful people on YouTube or podcast. That's the first thing I do when I wake up. I pop that in or I start listening to it. Reading a book. So that could be your psychological weight stress. Is you start reading these books or you start learning from successful entrepreneurs, from seven-figure earners, your mentor, your coach, right? Now, how do you know that this is working? Just like the workout, the weightlifting, when you're reading all these books, the psychological stress that you put on your mind, you start getting angry. You start getting annoyed and easily irritated. You start acting weird. You start getting headaches at times. This is a sign that is working, right? You're growing, and it does take some time. Just like if you're trying to grow some muscles, it takes time. And so I'm here to explain to you that share with you that your pathway to your success does require stress. Now, for those of you who really want to grow and see success in your business, I have a question for you. Are you stressing your mental muscles to a point where you feel the work been done and you start having these effects because of the work you put in? Are you challenging your strength and your growth every single day or every single week? You see, your real growth is setting down a plan, writing down your plan, and break down a couple of areas in your life that you want to change. For example, so let's say for me, right, when I break down my life and my growth, I usually have 4 categories. Number 1 is physical, exercise or health. Number 2 is spiritual, religious, faith. Number 3 is relationships, marriage, family, children, extended family, friends. And then number 4 is business goals, personal development, all that stuff. So that's how I break down how I acquire or my plan towards success. So I just want to share that with you. And that brings any value to you, feel free to give me some likes. Share this with others if this brings some value to you. But subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on my page. Welcome. Thank you again. Show me some love. Give me some feedbacks. Let me know what you think about this video. If you're checking this on a replay on my page, hashtag replay, comment below, and we'll go from there. Again, this is your boy Big Ern, earnyourfreedom.com, over and out. Remember, life is meant to be great. Peace out. Super Mario.